What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Dogelon Mars. This is obviously a meme coin with a pretty significant market cap. It's about 150 million right now. I personally think this is going to die, but what I will say as a caveat is they do have aspirational plans for increasing token utility because at the moment there effectively is none, which is why I'm really not bullish on it at all. But there are plans. So we'll talk about the future plans as well, because if they come into fruition and people engage with them, they could do well because they are on over a million watch lists. Um, so let's see. Before I get into it though, if you're new to the channel, guys, these are the first 26 coins that I spoke about when I made this channel. They're the first 26 coins I actually owned as well. Had you put in just $100 into each of them when I released the videos about them, and then you ignored them for 2 years, did everything wrong as an investor, never sold them, never got out, just rode them into a recession, even doing everything wrong, you'd still be in profit for around 6.3k, which is not bad. But if you just sold these last year like I did when the markets rocketed up, $100 into each of those coins, that $2,600 investment would have netted you a profit of 123 grand. Pretty significant. Now, as I said, sold these off last year. They're not what I own anymore. If you want to see the coins that I own, you can go to copymycrypto.com. On that site, I share my portfolio. I let the members know anytime I buy or sell a coin. I release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets. I have tutorials set up so people that are brand new to crypto or still sort of learning can watch them so they can figure out their way. And guys, I have a history of success on the channel and on the site. Phantom is a coin no one spoke about in 2020. There was no one. And on Udemy, I released an entire course called The Best Cryptocurrency Investment of 2020 when Phantom had like a 9 million, 10 million market cap. And I said it would 100x. It did a 677x. Now, I'm always looking for the next Phantom. I will find one. And when I do, the members are going to find out about it. I'm going to tell them what I think it can do, what percentage of my money I'm putting in there, and they can copy along and make those gains. If that sounds appealing to you, taking the work out of it for yourself, then you can go to the site and have a look now and join me there. Like I said, links above, and there's a clickable one in the description. So Dogelon Mars, look, market cap is 154 million. I mean, that's massive, considering it's a meme coin with basically no functionality. Look, the whole premise is, it followed the path of sort of your Doge and your Shiba and your Floki. And no one knows who the founders of this are. Elon, the Dogelon Mars Elon token has been on the market for ages. So at this point, the probability of a rug pull is very, very slim. In fact, I think it's highly, highly, highly unlikely. They basically make a humorous comic story of Dogelon, the dog, giving the coin its name as a background for its coin. So Dogelon explores the mysteries of the galaxy and seeks to recolonize the planet he once called home with the help of his friends. Da 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 da. And several short comics are published on the coin's website that follow Dogelon on his adventures to Mars. So this sort of thing is actually the roadmap. It's not a roadmap per se, but it's a developed fantasy through its comics. Now, the fantasized version suggests that once the coin is listed on all major exchanges, the price of Elon will reach Mars. Obviously, fly up in the air. Um, now, Dogelon is actually on a lot of exchanges now. It's a lot of places. OKX, KuCoin. I think it's pretty much everywhere. But look, I mean, there's just nothing. There's no functionality right now. You go onto the website. Here it is. That's the site. Like tells it's about the community. You can see the comics, and then you can get started, as in get started trading it. But there's nothing else. There's nothing else. They've got a huge following on Twitter. They've got a big Telegram. They've got a substantial Discord now, I believe. And as you can see, tradable everywhere. Now, because there's nothing to it, it should go to zero. Like realistically. But you know, Dogecoin had nothing to it effectively for a very long time, and now there's a growing ecosystem around it. So you've got to acknowledge this could happen with Dogelon Mars. They are doing something called Elongevity, or partnering with, well, they've Elongevity are like Elongevity Enigma or NFTs that are working alongside the Elon Doge, sorry, Dogelon Mars. So uh, these are actually pricing fairly highly at the moment. Like the cheapest is 16.5% of an Ethereum. Um, and this comes from the Amicus Foundation. So Elongevity again is effectively sorry, it comes from the Methuselah Foundation. Um, and the whole premise of the Elongevity NFTs, because they were gifted this, if you're unfamiliar, sorry, the Methuselah Foundation were gifted about $300 million worth of crypto from Vitalik Buterin. Um, they look at tissue engineering and regenerative medicines. Um, so obviously they're working towards utilizing the funds that they were given to help do that. Now, what's next is that obviously they've got their NFTs and they've partnered with Dogelon Mars ecosystem or coin, and now they're looking to add to it. So this is what effectively is almost the roadmap for Dogelon Mars at this point. So Dogelon Mars announced that it had plans to expand the tokens universe by plunging it into DeFi and NFTs, and they're going to utilize an X ELON, which will be released to engage with DeFi. An announcement was released describing it as a watershed moment for the community. Sadly, when you open it, no such thing. It's been deleted. So that does make me question: have they retraced, cancelled their plans? I've not seen any evidence to suggest they did. Elon holders will soon be able to stake their Elon tokens to receive X Elon. Staking is similar. Well, we all know how staking works. So potentially, then that X Elon token can be used to grow a DeFi, the DeFi sector within Dogelon Mars. The problem is, again, just not seeing any evidence of it. I know there's not been any updates on DeFi. There's not been any updates on what's to come. Right now, there's no functionality. So I do think it's a bad investment right now because there's no evidence for anything that's coming, or there's no evidence of a growing DeFi space around Dogelon Mars. And it's fair. Like, if they get it working, there's potential. Because if it's if they've got a network and if they're, I don't know, whether it's a DEX, whether it's DeFi, like whether it's a yield farm, whether it's lending, borrowing, whatever it is that they start introducing, has to get users. And right now, the volume, they're not even having good volume on centralized exchanges or DEXs, really. 154 million market cap, you'd be hoping for bigger volume than this. So I'm not enamored with this as an investment because there's nothing there. Speculatively, if this works, there's some potential. The fact that the NFTs right now are priced as highly as they are does make me think, they might have some success. But I mean, it's not that high to be fair, I suppose. The most expensive is like what? Half an ETH is $600. I suppose it's not that expensive anymore. But in terms of crypto, in terms of percentage of an Ethereum, it's reasonably high. So, it's looking okay, and that NFT thing's looking interesting. But beyond that, there is nothing to this. So my point would be, because I would say go to zero, but the point would be, how many people are still trading it in a year? We're going to be in a bear cycle probably till 2024, midway, possibly first quarter, second quarter, well, first quarter of 2024 before the market really starts moving in the right direction, with a proper sort of move towards a bull cycle. So if people are still trading Dogelon Mars in a year and it's still doing similar volumes to what it's doing now, then it probably will have a good bull cycle, because meme coins always have a run. But if the trading volumes dropped off, if they've not done any development whatsoever in DeFi, and they've not grown any sort of ecosystem, then I would be very much avoiding it. Though I suppose the caveat always has to be never discount a meme coin, because in bull cycles they go wild. We've seen it. What do you guys think? Do you think meme coins are worth just buying up a little bit of during bear cycles, just in case? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. My videos will either help you make money or help you stop you from losing money. So either way, you want to hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you want to see the coins that I own right now, you can go to copymycrypto.com. On that site, I share every coin I own. Every time I buy or sell a coin, the members are made aware. I talk about the markets with videos on a daily basis. I have tutorials set up for beginners, step by step, same ones I send friends and family. And guys, history of successes on this channel, history of successes on the site. We've made good money in bull cycles and bear cycles. Phantom is the best pick of anyone in YouTube in the past 2 years. No one spoke about Phantom in 2020, and I nailed that. Said it would 100x or more. Did way more than that. 2 grand into Phantom when I released that Udemy course would have netted you a profit of 1.3 million. These opportunities are still in the markets. I will find one, and when I do, I'm going to go onto my site. I'm going to tell my members about it. I'm going to tell them how many times gain I think it will make, what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. And if that interests you and you don't want to spend your time diving into coins on a daily basis like I do, then go check the site out. And if it interests you, you can join me there. And I'll see you soon. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.